Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's episode of The Scoop. If you are new to my channel, The Scoop is our opportunity to catch up, go over what went on over the course of the week, just kind of chat as if we're grabbing a cup of coffee together and hang out. So I would love if you guys would subscribe to my channel. Here we do commentary, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and opera, all from a conservative and classic perspective. So if that's something you think you'd be interested in, I'd love to have you join the Classic Crew just by subscribing and making sure to ring that notification bell. But if you'd like to grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, some water, some soda, let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is that spring has sprung. It is beautiful outside. I don't know if you guys have experienced this yet, but I woke up the other morning and there were birds singing outside the window. It feels like spring is really here. And I know that technically spring is here, but also it feels like spring is here. At least where I live in Virginia, I have been absolutely loving it. I can go for walks without wearing boots. That to me is a huge sign that spring is coming. And I'm also able to wear sundresses. I'm so excited for spring. Spring is so beautiful. And it's so funny because I grew up in Los Angeles, and so I didn't really have a differentiation between the seasons. You didn't really notice it because the weather there is always pretty nice. I mean, the summer is incredibly hot, but besides that, it's generally just even keel as far as the seasons go. And so I never understood in operatic art songs, there are so many songs about spring and how important spring is and how beautiful spring is. And I honestly never understood it because I was like, who cares? It's just spring. What's the big deal? Because I never really knew. And then the first time I lived in a colder climate and I saw that first flower poking out of the snow, I cannot tell you, I was so excited that spring was there. And all of a sudden, I realized all of these different songs. I realized the meaning and why people were so in love with spring and why it was so important. Because it really does feel like after a long winter that there's just this little sprig of hope and new life. And it's the most lovely feeling when spring comes around. So now that I have lived in cold climates for a few years, I have really come to appreciate how beautiful spring is and how much of a difference it makes going from winter to spring. I mean, it is so lovely when you see those little buds appearing on the trees. It's the best. So I'm so excited that spring is around the corner, is here. So I'd love to know in the comments if spring has sprung where you are, if you're still in the cold, or if you guys are starting to get a little bit more of that warmth and sunshine, because the sun itself makes me so happy. And when the sun is shining and when it's warm out, I'm so happy. So I'm so incredibly happy that we have a new day dawning and it is springtime. And because we're talking about spring, I wanted to mention my new background. I had all of my winter stuff here for quite a while, but now we're into spring, so I'm really happy to have updated my background a bit. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So this side has pretty much stayed the same. We've got my perfumes and some art stuff, but this side I put up a few different boxes. I've got this box, and I've got my headbands and a flower box here. So it's just a little bit springier. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear. I love hearing what you guys think. And if you guys have any good ideas that I can incorporate into my background, because I want it to stay simple. I very much overdid it in the fall. So now we've got a little bit more simplicity, but I do want it to look really pleasing. So let me know if you guys like what we've got going or if there's something else I should add. Next up, I want to talk about Passover. So Passover is officially happening this weekend. I am so excited. I love Passover. Passover is such a special holiday, and I'm actually going to be going into it a little bit more next week, but I absolutely love Passover. It is the holiday of spring, so that's another lovely part of it. And I'm getting to see family, and I get to just take some time and connect with God. Passover is an incredible holiday, and I'm really excited that it's here, that we're doing it, you know? Like I mentioned, I'm definitely going to be talking about it more next week, but it is a really important holiday for us, and it's something that I really value and cherish. I know that Easter is around the corner for many of you, so let me know in the comments. Are you doing anything special? Are you getting a new dress? What is your plan for Easter? And last but not least, I wanted to talk about something kind of funny. Krispy Kreme offered to give anybody who had a vaccination a free donut every day till the end of the year. But what's so funny about this is that COVID-19 is linked to obesity. So of course, getting the vaccination, you should be protected. So it really is not like entirely related, but it's a funny idea that if you get the vaccination, then you're also theoretically, if you were to have a donut every day till the end of the year, you would probably be upping your rate of getting obesity. And that doesn't really work hand in hand with COVID. So it is funny in my opinion, but hey, if you have a vaccination, you might as well get a free donut. So that's it for today's episode of The Scoop. Let me know in the comments what's been going on with you over the course of the week. I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and make sure to ring that notification bell. If you'd like to get my newsletter into your inbox just twice a month, make sure to head over to my description box and hit the link. And you'll also be able to get a free download of a template for a to-do list and schedule that I designed. And if you would like to follow me on social media, it's at Classically Abby, absolutely everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!